Hello, I'm Chris Getz. Welcome to our video on sparring and fight preparation. I'm fortunate today to have Ulysses Nava and Alejandro Cruz to help me. We're going to show you a little bit about how you plan out a fight, what you do in the first round, the second round. In fact, we're going to do 5 rounds, and we're going to work through the 5 rounds on how the fight would naturally progress. Now, these guys are not here to fight. They're here to spar. They're here to work with each other. So they're not going to be going out there to knock each other out. They're out here to work and to learn the proper strategy and the proper fundamentals and how they apply in the ring. Now, the first thing is that they have the proper equipment. They're going to have 14-ounce gloves. Now, these gentlemen, because they're under 130 pounds, wear 14-ounce gloves. From 130 to about 165 pounds, 170 pounds, I have my boxers wear 16-ounce. Now, that's just for sparring purposes. When they compete, they wear 8 or 10-ounce gloves, depending on whether they're professional or amateur. They also have good, strong headgear on that will protect them. They're wearing a cup, and they have good, flat-soled boxing shoes that will help them move around fluidly. So we're going to start off with round 1. And round 1, what we're going to have them do is just feel each other out and just throw nice straight punches, keep their distance, see how the other person reacts, and how the other person defends. Okay, so if you'll go into the corner over there. Okay, go into that corner. Okay, we're going to bring them out for round 1. Ready? Now, see, these guys are going to start by putting that jab out there, right? Now, they're not overcommitting that jab. They're just working on distance, trying to make sure that they maintain a distance that's safe, not getting too close. Seeing how the person reacts. How does that person defend? Now, what hand does he defend against the jab with? Does he block with the left hand? Does he catch with the right hand? How does he block that right hand? They're just going to move around. Again, they're going to maintain a distance. They don't come out here just slugging away. They're just trying to maintain a distance, set a pattern, see how the other person reacts. Hey, even throwing that right hand is dangerous in the beginning. They're mostly going to be throwing left jabs. They don't want to be walking into anything, so they're careful about leading with the head. Always keeping those hands out in front of them. You can see round 1, they're usually mostly straight punches. Combinations of straight punches. They double up that jab a lot. And they circle each other left and right. They don't move back straight. They circle and they move to the side. They get a quick flurry and then they're back out again. So you can see what round 1 is like. They're just trying to feel each other out. They do that by setting that left jab out there in front. They do a couple things. They don't overcommit that left jab, so they don't move in too quickly or too deep and expose themselves to a counterpunch. They're just kind of hitting right on the surface of where their opponent's guard is. They're also just trying to get loose, shake those muscles loose. There's a lot of apprehension coming into the ring. So they're just trying to get those muscles a little bit loose to punching, see how their opponent reacts. What hand is that person going to block with? Do they move back? Do they move to the side? Do they sit? Do they try to get underneath the punch? And they're also setting a pattern for what they're going to do in the next round coming up. Okay, we're getting ready to come out for round 2. So far, our fighters have been in the corner with the cornermen. They've received instructions. They've been told about what's working, what they may want to try to do this round. They've also received some refreshment. They've received some water and a chance to catch their breath. Now they're going to come out here. What they have this time is they have a good idea on how their opponent is going to react to their movements. So they can start to plan a strategy. So let's see what strategy these guys have been formulating with their corner in between the rounds. So here we come out for round number 2. Ready? Ding, ding. And they go right. They start the same way they start the first round. A lot of straight shots, a lot of jabs, a lot of circling their opponents. Don't see anybody really following up that jab too much. All right, they're just kind of keeping that distance. All right, now you start to see them attack that body a little bit. All right, so they're opening up a new line of attack. Now they come in with that straight jab to the head, but now they're bringing the punches down the body. And that's the first change-up you're going to see between boxers. Generally, they're going to work the first round. They're going to work in and out, keep a nice distance. Here in the second round, they're starting to change their height a little bit. So they're starting to sit down and attack to the body. So not only are they attacking to the head, but they're attacking to the body also. You also see them throwing a little bit more combinations this time. sometimes trying to back their opponent back out of there. If the opponent's coming in, you want to throw a quick combination, try to get that other guy to back out of the situation. There you go. See, nice stiff jab to the body. That was good. And good counter. And you see they're still moving, right? Until they really know what's going on, they're going to keep going back to that straight movement. Making, little short forays into hitting the body and trying something a little bit more complicated. Okay, now here's the first time they start to work in tight. Now, same thing happened in the first round. They're going to get an idea about how these people work in close. Is that something where they want to be, or do they want to get back on the outside again? Time. In round 2, as you can see, they start to formulate a plan of attack. Now, in amateurs, you have 2 minutes to execute this plan, and in the professionals, you have 3 minutes. You may space it out a little bit more in a professional because you have a lot longer to have to endure. But they start off with the straight shots. They came out there the same way they did in round 1, but they start to quickly move into other areas of attack. And the first area they're going to look for is changing their height. So just like the first round, they're moving in and out. They're getting a quick jab and they're getting right back out. But now they're going to stay in there a little bit longer, try to follow up with that right hand, and they bring it back down to the body. So it's been, up to this point, round 1 was straight punches, jabs, and straight rights, coming back with a straight jab. This round, they were a little bit closer. After the right hand, they were able to throw left hooks. And even so, you thought the left hook was primarily thrown to the body. They're trying to slow their opponent down a little bit by attacking the body. Let's see what they have planned here for round 3, and it's how much they've progressed in their plan of attack. Okay, you guys ready? Come out for round 3. You can see here they got a little bit more head movement, not just in and out. They're standing there a little bit longer, moving their heads from side to side also. And one thing does consistent, the head's moving. Instead of moving in and out all the time, they're moving that head from side to side as well. So they're standing there a little bit longer, trying to find some other places to go with that head. At this point, they have a good idea how that opponent reacts. They have a little bit more confidence to stay in there close. Now, if they're not successful with what they're doing, they may want to get back out there and start again. Go back to the straight shots. There you go. Get back where it's nice and safe, working the straight shots, and try to work that strategy again. Okay, attacking the body. Now right here we see a good exchange of shots. We don't know if it's a good idea to take too many shots. You guys want to move around a little bit. Still got a lot of time left in this bout. There we go. We had a quick change of height there. We went from the low to the high. So attacking the body, coming right back, attacking the head. Okay, good. Okay, here we are. We're moving into the 4th round here. This is when endurance is going to play a big part. Also, we should have had a good plan going into the 4th and 5th round. We should have had a good idea what our opponent's going to be doing, how they're going to react. More than that, we should have been patterning our opponent to react a certain way. So that now, after we have that pattern of movement, we're going to break it and use that against them. So we've been setting up with a lot of body shots, a lot of left hooks to the body. Now we're going to bring it from the body to the head. So we're going to do a lot of double hooking, bring it from the body to the head. And we're also going to look at what happens when you get trapped against the ropes, what happens when one opponent is on the outside, and what you do from the inside, and how you defend yourself. Okay, so here we are, ding ding, round 4. See, now it always comes back to the jabs. No matter what round it is, at what point in the fight, it's always going to start off the jab. Right, send that jab, find the right distance. The responsibility of the jab is to get your opponent to sit on his heels. Use that jab, try to get him to sit back for an instant. If you can get your opponent to sit on your heels, he can't counterpunch you effectively. it's going to make it very easy for you to come in. So you just want to set that jab before you do anything else. There we go. Yeah, one good jab. That was nice. Yeah, a good counter punch right there. Coming right back. Okay, now we have one opponent against the ropes. Okay, good job. Now these guys are doing a good job. Let's take a look at what happens when one person gets against the ropes. So come on in here. Okay, now he did a good job keeping his guard up. So he has a good guard here. What he has to do is he has to look through the guard. It may seem as if his hands are blocking his view, but he's able to see a lot of things through the guard. So if you'll come here, and stand this way just a little bit. Right? See, he can see where his hips are moving, how his hips are moving, how his shoulders are moving. So he can tell which hand the guy is going to punch with. So he can just relax and let the guy punch into him. So go ahead and punch a little bit. Right, so see what he's doing? Yeah, he's just watching through his guard, and he can sort of time counter punches. What he's actually doing is he's threading his punches into this man's combinations. So he's just watching, getting a rhythm, and he's trying to insert his punches into that rhythm. Another thing he's doing is he's using his rope here as sort of a rebound. So as the guy punches him, he lets him punch him into the round this way. Helps give him a little bit of a rebound. All right, helps him come back with his counter attack. All right, keep going, just a little bit more. Good. Now, some people can fight well off the ropes, and that's good. Some people may actually prefer to be here. Most of them, though, are going to want to get out of this situation. So he's going to have to try to change the position. He's going to try to get his opponent against the ropes. Right. That's good. So let's come back and take a look at that again. Okay, so here in the fourth round, we've been working up to this point. A lot of the fight is going to start to happen on the ropes. So what he did is, as he was punching into the opponent, this guy over here, Ulysses, was able to use the ropes, kind of cushion the blow, and he used the springiness of the ropes to kind of push him off, and to time it so he could use the left hand to push his opponent into the ropes. One important factor, right, he had to catch him in the midst of a punch. Okay, come on back here. Right? He had to catch his opponent in the midst of a punch. Do a little bit slower. Right, so he uses the momentum that guy generated for his punches to help turn him around. Let's take a look at that one more time. Now, besides turning the opponent, this guy may be, very wary about that. He may be a very experienced fighter. In fact, this fighter here, Alejandro, is very experienced in that type of fighting. So what he can also do is he can tie up. So come on in here. Come on in here. And he's going to tie up, right. Now he can grab the head. You're probably going to get called for something like that, even in the professional ranks. But what he can do is he can come here and control the elbows. He's going to reach in there, and he's going to control the elbow right here and try to keep his opponent from boxing. Right, and you can also help use that to turn his opponent. So you want to control those elbows. Come back again. So you want to be able to, receive those blows, take those blows on your elbows, on the back of your gloves. That's another thing. You want to use the back of your gloves to cushion a lot of those blows. And he's going to reach in there. He's going to try to control the back of the opponent's elbow. Just one more time. Good. So you can turn his opponent when he does that. Okay, very good. All right. Thanks, gentlemen. Let's take a break. Okay, so we're here moving into round 5. Let's take a look at what happened in round 4. Our opponents started to get a little tired, so they started resting on the ropes. Some people fight really well off the ropes. The other thing is people are looking for the knockout, so they're going to be trying to trap their opponent against the ropes. So we had one guy looking for a rest, another guy looking to get his guy trapped against the ropes where he can do some damage. Now, this is a 5-round fight. There are no 5-round fights in boxing. This is to illustrate 5 major points about how to conduct a fight. You may spend 2 rounds feeling out your opponent. You may spend more than that trying to set a pattern. If you're going into a 6-round fight or 8-round fight, of course you're going to need some more time to set these things up. And you may not pull them out until the later 6th, 7th, 8th round. Now, we're moving into the 8th round, we're moving into the 5th round here. And what these guys are looking for now is to really rack up the points, maybe get a knockout, try to get the guy pinned on the rope, try not to be pinned on the rope. Okay, so let's take a look at that. A little bit more action this time. Ready? Go. There you go. You can see the intensity is a little bit more. Each fighter knows he needs to get some points on the scorecards if he's going to take this victory home. So a little bit more intense. Not very much waiting. See, these guys aren't waiting. They're not waiting what the other guy is going to do. They're making a plan of action and just carrying it through. There you go. See, no waiting. As soon as they disengage, one guy's right back on the attack again. Always trying to be the first person. A lot of times we tell our guys, be first, be first. See some good shots being scored now. We got a little bit of a comeback right here. Keep moving, okay. All right, and these guys start to tie up like this. Okay, they're going to get broken by the referee, so let's break. So if you're getting tired, you may want to clinch. Try to get the referee to call a break. Get a little bit of breathing time. Ready? Go. The hard thing to do is to keep the punches calm in a combination. These guys are getting a little tired. They got to put a little more effort into throwing combination. They have to try to think hard. Just when you're tired, the first thing to go is your concentration. You have to make a lot of effort to concentrate and think hard. Right? Don't wait on what the other guy is going to do. Get your plan of action, execute it first. Okay, we're coming to close of the round here. The guy's going to heat it up. Try to get those last few points.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. All right, bing, bing, bing. All right, very good. Okay, that was a very good example of what happens in a boxing match. Let's bring these guys out here. The most important thing is, after a boxing match, you show very good sportsmanship. So let's bring these guys out to shake hands. Okay, you shake hands. They're going to congratulate each other on how they did. Whenever we do sparring, the guys come up and they say to each other, "Good work," because that's what they're doing. They're working. They're trying to work themselves into being a top-notch athlete. And they know that it's nothing personal. They're both working. So the first thing they say after they get their equipment off, they come up to each other and they say, "Good work."